does he need? 400? Oh, he doesn't have his back.
Can we get this guy the YouTube link? So his wife can watch?
Look up Charlie Parent, C-H-A-R-L-E-Y.
400?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's okay.
In his hockey bag, he should have motion.
Okay.
Like in his little
Do you want me to go grab it? Is it just one pill?
There's like red motion in there. There's two of them.
Two of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think each one like 200.
Yeah. Okay.
So Charlie Parent?
Yeah, C-H-A-R-L-E-Y. Oh, L-E-Y. E-Y, Parent. Yeah, that's my page, so, yep.
Okay,
That's
so I
it.
can subscribe.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, thanks, man.
Yep. All right, good afternoon from the sports stable in Superior, Colorado, just outside Boulder, on the other side of the highway from Superior. Some of you may recognize those names as the location of the Marshall Fire. Thankfully, the sports stable was spared. On our drive in this morning, we saw a destroyed hotel, a Tesla building that had some fire damage. But the sports stable is standing, and Rampage 12UAA, Boulder Hockey Club Bison 12UAA are about to have a match. There are all kinds of industrial blowers going on in here. So my guess, I didn't talk to anybody, but my guess is they either pre-watered down the building, or maybe with all the smoke and everything going on, the fire suppression system went off. But I've been in this building before. I'm in here after the fires, and it doesn't look any worse for the wear. Kind of interesting driving in to see some places that got burned and some places that were spared. There's a lot of new construction around this area that thankfully was spared. And then you see little pockets where the fire had taken its toll. 49 seconds left in warm-up here. And we'll get the puck drop. First game of the season was between these two teams. Rampage prevailed. We were supposed to play this game a couple weeks ago. They postponed it. It was going to be down at Rampage. They rescheduled it to up here. So for the second day in a row, Rampage has driven about an hour and a half to take down a foe. Last night dispensed with Arvada 6-1. Today is the Boulder Bison. My 10-year-old asked why the Bison are wearing Rough Riders jerseys. I don't have an answer for that. The Rough Riders are the AAA program here. There's the Rough Riders out of this location, and the Colorado Thunderbirds out of a different location. But Denver has two AAA programs. Colorado Springs has two AAA with Rampage and the Tigers. Sticks in the air. Waiting for the chant. Only two officials today. Unlike last night where we had two officials and a referee. So those two will be splitting all the duties of linesmen and referees. Looking for offsides, icing, and of course any infractions, penalties. Some questions at the end of yesterday's game about touching the puck from the bench. And then of course open ice checks, elbows to the head. Thankfully nobody's any worse for the wear, but it's just sad to see when a call here could prevent something a little bit down the road. And hopefully we have a nice clean game today. 14 minutes up on the clock. Boulder Bison against the Colorado Rampage. Here in Superior at the sports stable. Carter to take the face-off. Bailey on the left, Anderson on the right. Fisher and Lemming back on the blue line. Crazy Train by Ozzy playing in the background. Opening face-off, won by Rampage. Bailey tries to send it forward. Ends up coming back to Fisher and then Lemming. Bison send it in. Fisher back behind Jimmy Noonan, starting in net today. Amhouse with the 6-2 victory yesterday. I think it said 6-1 earlier, but they did score a little late in the second period. Final score 6-2 yesterday. Amhouse with that victory and Noonan in net today. Here come the Bison. Shot and sticked away by Noonan. To the far side, dug out by Fisher. Picked up by Lemming. He will start out of his own end. Down the middle, past one. There's 3 back. He comes on the left side, takes a shot, ends up left of the net. Carter to the right side. Has it. Being pressured. Paul's covering the point. He'll step down, but Bison get it out. Carter sends it across, hits a Bison player. They're changing. The new player came on. The old player was still on. Could have been too many men. Play continues. Bresnahan drops it to the blue line. Lester shot and a late whistle. Looked like Lester got there, but again, the guy who was between the red line and the blue line, not standing on the line like normally linesmen would do, but since they're splitting from that angle and the reaction from the Bison bench, they called an offsides. But from up here, it looked pretty good. Rampage wins that face-off. Paul brings it down the left side. He's pressured. Bresnahan steps in. Gets the puck a little closer. Still no shot on net for Rampage. Bison got the one that Noonan sticked aside. Rampage gains the zone, and Bison send it back out into the neutral zone. Ahead to Lester, trying to hit Paul, and the Bison enter the Rampage zone. Taken away by Bresnahan, dropped to Paul and up to Parent. He gets past one, makes a move towards the net, comes in, waits, drops the puck. Paul was there, couldn't get a shot off. Back to Parent, through the left circle, and too many sticks in the way. Into the corner. Bison start back out of their own zone, through center. They are on sides. Sent into the near corner, now back behind Noonan. Sent along the boards, up to Parent. Parent dishes to Lemming. Lemming racing down the middle, left side, waits, shoots right out in front. Paul was in the circle. Saber couldn't get a shot off. Far corner now, Cicero goes down. Looked like he was forced down. I don't think people normally fall that way on their own, but play continues. 11:19 left in the first. Back behind Noonan. Up to Carter. Carter along the sideboards at center ice. Sends it in, but Boulder back into the neutral zone. They'll send it from the red line. In and around, and it gets past Carter with a chance to clear to the blue line, but not out. Lester up to Carter, who's able to flip it to center ice, and Boulder right back in. Shot in on Noonan. He'll paddle that back behind. Lester lost an edge. Fisher's there to help out. Boulder has the puck in the near corner, right out in front, and out to the point, and Carter will exit. He's got Bailey up ahead, tries to get through. He's interfered with. Anderson gets checked from behind, and Boulder starts back the other way. Parent right off the bench, got a stick in there. Could have been a penalty on that. So a couple infractions on both teams so far, and no penalties on either side. Anderson starts and sends it up to Parent. Bailey calling for it at center. Parent will skate it. Goes off of Anderson's skate, and Bailey at the point sends it in between the circles, and Boulder right back out. Back and forth. Boulder with a couple of shots. 2 shots for Boulder and 1 for Rampage. Up to Lemming. Lemming's got speed. Sends it across Paul to Bailey. Bailey's trying to get through. Paul gets to it and unable to get a shot on that, but that'll be icing. 9:28 left in the first period. No score. Shots are 2-1 in favor of the Bison. Paul to take the face off. Bresnahan on the left. Carter on the right. Beatty left D and Lester right D. Boulder starts out. Cheered on by the parents with the chant of go, go, go. That shot blocked by Paul, got a stick in. The shot never got towards Noonan. Lester brings it all the way down, coast to coast. Back behind, he's pressured. Gets it out in front, and only white jerseys are there. Bresnahan comes across. Paul and Beatty are back. Paul gets a good stick to hold it out of the zone, and he'll start back the other way. He's got Carter on the right side, gets it over towards him, but Bison start out of their own zone. Send it deep, no icing. Fisher back behind Noonan, left to right, sends it out to Cicero. Cicero gets it out of the zone, still has it. He's got a couple in front of him, gets through one, comes to Carter and Paul. Carter will go to the far side. Out to the point, Lemming backhands it towards the front of the net. I don't know if the goalie stopped that or if it hit the side of the net. They're marking it as a shot. 2-2 on that count, and 0-0 still the score. Offsides on Rampage. 8:18 to go, first period. Saber to take the face off. Cicero on the left, Parent on the right. Fisher and Lemming playing D. It comes to Lemming's side. Parent gets to it first. He gets it taken away from him, and they'll send it deep. Lemming chases. Lemming behind Noonan. Sends it cross ice up to Parent. It's off his stick, but he's chasing. He gets through. Looked like he was interfered with. Play continues. Yesterday, when the Rampage players kept their feet moving and got tripped, it was called, and so far there's been no penalties on either team. Icing's the call. Well, actually, looks like there's going to be a penalty on Parent for body check. That must have happened back behind the play. I didn't see it. I'm not sure how he got a penalty. Probably because I was not watching, but Parent takes the rare trip to the box. Yeah, the Boulder parents are yelling. They're correct. It should have been down in the Rampage zone. I'm not sure, again, what Parent did. They're saying body check. Had to have happened back behind the play. Maybe he's mad about getting tripped and no call. They'll take a 1.5 minute break. Boulder gets the first power play of the game. Boulder parents were correct. That faceoff should have been deep in that left circle across the way. But they won the faceoff. They've got it in there with an extra man. Send it out top. Mishandled and out of the zone. Offsides. 55 seconds left on Parents roughing or body checking. Quite a few other things they could have called. I don't know if it will even show up. It seemed like it was way out of the play. I thought it was just icing, and the official was going over there to announce a penalty. The door opened and Parent went in. Signal was body checking, and here comes Lemming shorthanded. Yesterday, Rampage did pretty good shorthanded. Lemming, that shot blocked into the far corner. Shot still tied at 2, score tied at 0. Bison with an extra man for another 30 seconds, and then Parent will come out. Bresnahan steals it. Right circle shot. That one's sent to the near sideboards. Back behind Bresnahan with a good, aggressive PK right now. 16 seconds left. Rampage keeping it. Paul has it. He's swarmed by 2. Back to the far corner. 5 more seconds and Parent will be out of the box. Here come the Bison with a chance. Lemming got a good body and stick in there. Parent's out of the box. Bresnahan couldn't get control. Carter. Parent went right for a change. Up to Carter. Carter stopped in the neutral zone. Comes back to him. He's interfered with. And Bison start back the other way. Bailey kept it right out of the zone, came in momentarily. Anderson sends it back out once, twice. Here comes Carter. He's got Bailey on the far side. Carter hooked down, and there'll be a penalty on that. Noonan going to the bench for the extra attacker. Bison trying to get to it, but Carter gets to it first. Rampage has the extra attacker, but Bison touch up. Rampage will be on the power play after killing off a parent penalty. 5:27 left in the first. Tied at 0. Shots 2 apiece. I think they missed the last Rampage shot. And for those of you not paying attention to sports news, I'm getting a breaking news that Tom Brady has announced his retirement. So first, Ben Roethlisberger, and now Tom Brady. A couple of greats in the world of football. I guess old Giselle finally got her wish that Tom would stop playing football. But right now we're watching hockey. Just wanted everybody to know if you're not paying attention. Here comes Carter down the right side. Shot. Lifted over the net. Out to Carter. Carter down the left side. Right out in front. Shot. Loose puck. Rampage on the power play, but Bison dig it out. They'll flip it along the glass. Fisher's back. Fisher back behind Noonan. Sends it out to the line and to Carter. Got past him. Anderson back to Carter. Carter down the left side. Forced wide. Makes the cutback. Right out in front. Shot. Score! Power play goal. Carter from Anderson. 1-0 Rampage. Noonan comes out to give some high fives. The boys go through the line and some fresh players as we resume 5-on-5 after the power play goal. Rampage strikes first. 4-2 on the shots, 1-0 on the score. Saber to take the face-off. Won by Rampage. Parents being pressured. He's down the right side. Gets through one, unable to get deeper. Bison through center ice. Down the left side. Bolte's watching, forces into the far corner. Centering pass into the left circle. Shot, save, pat down by Noonan. Up to Parent. He's got 2 to beat. Gets past one more. Gets through, waits, pulls back. Goal! Back-to-back goals, less than a minute apart. One from Carter on the power play. Parent moving left to right. Somehow was able to send it back to the left side. 2-0 Rampage. .405 left in the first period. Shots are 5-3. Noonan with a nice pad save to start the power play rush. Beatty sends it into the neutral zone. Boulder has it there. Pressure from Parent and Cicero. Parent has it. Try to get through one. The stick sent it back the other way. 2-on-2 rush. Here come the Bison. Down the right side. Shot. Saved by Noonan. Ends up back behind the net. He's hugging the post now. It's far corner. Parent pokes it out to the point, but not out. Back down low. Back behind. Flipped out to Cicero. Can't quite clear the zone, but Saber will bring it out. Through center, Saber, he's interfered with. Penalty. Right there, this guy says you can't do that. Saber kept moving. Puck kept moving. But the Bison player got in the way. That's interference. .318 left in the first. Shots 5-4 in favor of Rampage. 2-0's the score, and a 1:30 power play up on the board for Rampage. Paul, Bresnahan, Carter, Fisher, Lemming. One over to Bresnahan. His shot just to the left, all the way out to the point, held in by Lemming. He'll flip it along the boards. Bison have it behind their goalie. Wrapped around the near boards. Fisher holds in, sends it back over towards Bresnahan. Right out in front, Carter couldn't hold it. Paul flips it and held on to by the Bison goalie. 109 left, Rampage power play. 2:57 in the period. 2-0 to score. Rampage in the lead and on the power play. Face off one back to Lemming. Shot. Loose puck and then covered. Another face off coming right side. Right circle. Goalie's left. Paul again in the face off circle. One over to Carter. He drops it for Lemming. Lemming will come down. Shot. Ends up in the near corner. Out to Fisher at the point. She'll send it down low. Right out in front, nobody there. All the way back out to Lemming. Carter got it and gave it to Lemming. The give and go. Lemming down low. Paul's covering the point. He'll hold it in. His shot from the point blocked, and here come the Bison. Mishandled the puck. They're changing. If Rampage could send it in, they might get another penalty. Carter was out in front. Bresnahan was trying to get it to him. Out to the point, held in by Lemming. Top of the circles, bumped off the puck and out of the zone. 14 seconds left on the Rampage power play. This is the first time they've been out of the zone since the start of the power play. A couple of shots. Lemming across to Carter. Top of the left circle. Makes a nice behind the back move, but the Bison player was there, and Bison back to full strength. They'll send it in behind Noonan. He watches, picked up by Lester. He skates it down the right side and into the neutral zone. Up to Bailey. Bailey was cutting towards the middle and the puck stayed behind him. Bison counterattacking. 2-on-4. Here comes Perrin. He's got two back, one fresh off the bench. Waits, makes a move. Goalie was watching as well. No shot on net. He ended up behind the net. And the Bisons start out the other way. Parent had just come off the bench. Got past one, but the goalie was waiting and said, no thank you. Lemming. Shot right in on net, bouncing puck. Loose, but picked up by the Bison. Under a minute to go, first period. Sent cross ice. Bate comes across. Sabres there. Parent picks it up. Top of the right circle, between one, between another, and then swarmed enough to get the puck out of the zone. Lemming is chasing. Icing is the call. Shots 8-4, score 2-0. Rampage in the lead in both. 36.5 left in the first. Sabre into the face-off circle. Cicero on the left, Parent on the right, Fisher and Lester. Face off won by the Bison. Back behind their own net, pressure from Sabre over to Parent. Parent out to the point, Lester. Shot. Loose puck right out in front. Bison able to clear it, and they will exit through the neutral zone into the Rampage zone. Lester gets to it first. He's checked into the boards. Centering pass comes over to Parent. 12 seconds left. He's got some room. Drops it to Sabre, who carries it in. 5 seconds left. Parent and the linesman collided. Shot by Parent. Attempted shot and a big whiff. Big whiff by Parent to end the period. They're talking to each other about running into each other. A big pat on the back from the linesman. No harm, no foul, but it was kind of funny to see them two come together. All right, we'll be back to start the second period. Rampage leads 2-0.